I am in a 2008 Ford 150 and I'm taking this bad boy for a test drive. Go ahead and put this into gear. I am currently in drive and I'm just gonna cruise out. I am in four-wheel drive right now, okay? It just snowed on the ground a little bit. It snow's melting. I guess they plowed it out a little bit and I'm just gonna drive out of here, okay? And I'm just gonna take it for a test drive, all right? I'm just gonna cruise on down the road. Just try to get out of here really quick. Mean streets. I'm just gonna cruise on down here. All right, cruising. Four-wheel drive in gear. All right. So the vehicle's pretty big. A lot of space in here. Take a look in the back. A lot of space. Oh wow, the brakey. I called it the brakey. The brakey was kind of jerky. All right. That was a kind of jerk. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Usually a vehicle of this size, I wouldn't expect the brake to be so harsh like that. I just recently drove a Nissan Titan and it by no means jerks like that. I guess the Ford F-150 is a jerk, I guess. So look at that. I just went over a speed bump. I tried to slow down and it was just like, whew. I thought I was gonna fly forward or something. Pretty awkward. I wasn't expecting that, you know, out of a vehicle like this, a prized vehicle. I wish the braking system were a little bit better than this, but you can't have your cake and ice cream too, I guess. That's what the saying goes, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a left. I want to see how this thing turns really quick. Okay, took the brake. I got used to the brake a little bit. It wasn't that much of a jerk this time. And I'm just gonna cruise over here. All right, it's kind of jerky. I'm guessing it's because in the four-wheel drive high that it's acting like that. All right, I'm gonna just try to get around this vehicle right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in two-wheel drive, okay? I'm gonna stop. All right, four-wheel shift in progress. All right, it's in two-wheel drive right now. All right, the rear wheel drive. All right. And I have an economy mode. Did you just hear it just turn off? Or was it normal mode that it did then? So the vehicle turned off while I was stopped. That's pretty cool. Saved me gas. Let's see if it does it again. The vehicle turns off when I park the vehicle. Or not park the vehicle, when I have my foot on the brake. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Does the heat still work? Alright, so the heat cannot be on with that. Okay, so I turned the heat on and the vehicle started back up. I'm just gonna go ahead and make a right here and see what's crack-a-lacking around the neighborhood. So I'm gonna turn right here. I'm just gonna go straight up in here. All right, the vehicle. Now I'm riding on a road that has plenty of potholes and I can feel kind of the vehicle shifting from side to side a little bit. And I'm pretty sure it's because the vehicle weighs a lot. Okay, that's what happens when a vehicle weighs a lot. It shakes from side to side. All right, the vehicle started up and I am gonna go straight. All right, it's my go. All right, and so I'm just gonna drive around really quick and see how this vehicle is. Try to press the gas a little bit. Whoa, it has some take off. The Ford F-150 has some power over here. Up in here. All right, pretty cool. All right, so now I'm just gonna drive. I'm gonna go over these potholes really quick in a sheet of ice to see how this operates. Pretty cool. Hit the brake. Now I'm just gonna drive. All right, so I'm just gonna drive around and see how this is. Going over some bumps. All right, not too bad, not too shabby. It kind of absorbs a lot of the shock. I do notice, however, if there is a lot of a big shock to the vehicle, like if I hit a big pothole or something, there's a huge weight shift with this vehicle, and it's kind of expected with this vehicle being so large. Okay, it's a big vehicle. All right, I'm like looking in the vehicle and like looking over the steering wheel, looking over the hood, you know, to see how much I can see, you know, on the sides, see how many blind spots there are. And I'm comparing this one to a Nissan Titan that I just drove recently. Nissan Titan, beautiful vehicle, very nice inside, very comfortable, very nice ride, but you cannot see a lot in the Nissan Titan compared to this vehicle right here. And it's quite surprising. Ford has done an excellent job with the windows. As you can see, the windows dip down, so I'm sitting in the seat and I can see out of the window a little bit better on the side, as well as that side as well too. And then also, for some reason, it seems that I can visualize everything over the hood a lot better than the Nissan Titan. Now, I want to get a hold of a Silverado, a Chevy Silverado, you know, so I can compare this vehicle to the Silverado. The Nissan can be kind of compared to the Dodge Ram, the 150 Ram. Check that out. I have a vehicle, a 150 where I'm driving, and you know, the Dodge Ram is very comfortable as well too. It's a nice vehicle, but I do notice, however, you don't have as much, you can't see as much over the hood as you can with this vehicle. So Ford is doing a good job with this vehicle. All right, I'm just gonna drive around, see what the turning radius is on this. All right, it seems like the vehicle, for some reason, can turn really sharp corners pretty well without any struggle. All right, that's impressive, especially being this vehicle's size. You know, with this size, I wouldn't expect